Hello world friends, it's Jaden's Videos, and I am back with another Wolfman review. And I know I just made a review on the genie lamp, but I'm here with another one. And the reason why is because while I was at Lowe's, I went there and then I got the genie lamp, of course. But while I was at Lowe's and I was looking around and stuff, my mom said she wanted to go over to Michael's, because right next door to my Lowe's. And so she went over there, and then I just got finished making my review on the genie lamp, actually. And then she walks into my room with a big bag and has this in it. So pretty much, I bought the genie lamp, and then my mom comes in and surprises me with something I really didn't expect at all. I didn't expect to get this today at all. She came in and surprised me with the Lemax Spooky Town Symphony of Screams. I literally almost had a heart attack when I saw this, because this is something I didn't expect. It was just complete surprise. And I'm so happy that I got this, because this is definitely, this probably is my favorite Lemax Spooky Town piece of the year. Originally my favorite was Wasteland Pub, but then once I saw this one in person, this one became my favorite. So this is my favorite Lemax Spooky Town piece of the year. Wasteland Pub is definitely my second favorite though, which I hope to get that one soon. This is originally $149.99, but my mom only paid about $90 for it, she said, so that's cool. But anyways, I also want to get out of the way before I get into the actual review. I am going to be setting up my Lemax Spooky Town Village tomorrow. I know I said I'd be setting it up earlier, but I will be setting it up tomorrow and hopefully making a video on it tomorrow as well. And she said that she got this because there was only one left at the store, actually, and she also said it's a thing, so I can set up the village tomorrow. So I'm really happy to have this, and I'm really excited to get it opened because I love this piece. It is definitely my favorite one of the year, like I already said. So we're going to look at the box first. Just standard Lemax box, like the Signature Collection box, because it's got the blue print. So it's the standard Signature Collection box. It says new, Michael's exclusive, $149.99, which is a high price, but of course, it's not too bad for a Lemax Spooky Town building. It is the most expensive one this year. And let me say this, I don't usually get the most expensive one of the year, because usually the most expensive one is a carnival ride, and I'm not a big fan of the carnival ride ones. I like them, but they're definitely not my favorites. Because they're more kid-friendly, and I like the scary stuff, of course. So I don't usually get the carnival rides, depending on what they are. And usually those are the most expensive. So this is my first year actually getting the most expensive piece, because the most expensive piece is actually one that I really want this year. There's the box. It shows the picture of it. It is so hard to turn this. I'm actually going to have to probably take this whole thing out just to turn it, because this is massive. So there's that side. The back, pretty much standard box, and I would flip around to show the back, but it is taking so much work just to flip around the box that I'm not going to do that, and I'm just going to get right into unboxing this. This piece is massive, as you can see. It is so big, it is so large and heavy, it's just so huge, and the detail is amazing. I can really understand why it's $144.99, and the reason why is obviously because Lemax Spooky Town pieces are expensive because of the material they're made out of and all the different components that go into them. But really, this one, the price could have been a little bit cheaper. But when you think about it, it really couldn't have been, because it is so big and so complex. So there's no way that I think it could have been cheaper, because based on prices of other buildings, this is a justifiable price for this piece, because it is so big, so massive, so detailed. It's just crazy. So anyways, let me get into the detail. We're going to start up at the top here and then work our way down. So first, I want to start with the spikes up top here. I really like these spikes. I think they light up, if I'm remembering correctly. Last time I saw it in action was like a week ago. So these spikes, I believe, light up, and they are yellow. They look really cool. They've actually got quite a lot of detail on them for just being spikes. I really like it. They look really cool. This looks, I know Spooky Village's Doug also mentioned this. This looks like a rock concert. I know it's a symphony, but it looks like a rock concert. And I think the main reason why is because rock music I always consider to be have a Halloween-y vibe. Because most rock songs are about dark and creepy things, and they're all very dark and just very intense. I think rock songs definitely do fit Halloween very well, and so rock songs usually have concerts that look creepy. And so I think that's why, because rock concerts usually look creepy, and this is supposed to be a creepy symphony. So yeah, this, I don't know if they actually got the inspiration from this, but this looks just like the Avenged Sevenfold logo. Exactly like the Avenged Sevenfold logo. And the reason why is because Avenged Sevenfold uses, they call it Death Bat. It is a skull with bat wings, and it looks just like this. So I don't know if that was done intentionally as a hint towards Avenged Sevenfold's concerts and stuff, because Avenged Sevenfold makes a lot of my favorite Halloween songs, actually. They make Nightmare, they make a lot of them that I use in my movies, actually. Like, especially the Nightmare House Lore series. Most of the rock songs you hear in that series is Avenged Sevenfold. Their songs are very creepy and disturbing, and I really like them. And so, I don't know if this was a hint towards that band, because they are a pretty big band at the time. So I'm not sure if it was a hint towards them or not, but if it was, that's very awesome. If it wasn't, it definitely looks exactly like Avenged Sevenfold. I love the look of it. It looks really cool. The skull with the bat wings looks very awesome. You've got torches next to it, which I know those light up, which is really cool because all the torches like flicker too. They don't just stay, all the flames flicker, they don't just stay lit, they actually flicker in and out, which I really like. The torches look awesome. And then we're going to move over here to these pillars. The pillars, I'm going to go to the other one because that has more light on it. The pillars look awesome. They've got flames at the top, and they've got cool designs on them, and then they've got like this green ooze or slime dripping off of them, which I really, really like. I think that looks awesome. Going down it, it's cobblestone, and it looks really cool. I really like it. Now, on the side of the piece, on the side of the big area that is over the stage, there's a lot of chains, and you can see the ball and chains there, and then you can see them more in the back, but I really like them. They look very cool. They really add to it. Some more flames down there. Really like it. Sorry for that noise. That's my camera tripod. I really, really like it a lot. You can see some eyes there. Those actually light up when it's on. And you can see them so well because I'm shining a light on it, but if it's in the dark, you can hardly see the eyes, so it definitely creates an effect because you can't see them until they light up. So that's good. They look really, really cool. I really like them. I love the detail on this piece. It just looks awesome. Now we're going to look at the stage itself pretty much. So you can see the back. Not too much detail, but that doesn't really matter. It looks really cool. And then you can see in here it is, and I love the music on this piece. Let me just mention that, even though I haven't played it yet, I just want to mention that's a main reason I love this piece. Also, I just love the whole look of it and idea. But anyways, you can look back there. There's the organist, which I really love. The skeleton organist guy at his organ. Very cool detail in that part. It looks very awesome. And then you've got a guy down here, the drummer. He's holding his drumsticks in the air, and he's gonna pound on the drums. Then over here we have the main orchestra area. You've got the violin player, the cello player, the trumpet player, saxophone, flute, and oh, why am I forgetting? I think it's trombone. I think. I don't know why I'm forgetting for some reason. But they all look really cool, and their sections actually sway back and forth to the music. These little areas that they're standing on, they actually sway back and forth to the music, which is really cool. Also, let me say the lighting on this piece looks really cool. Of course, I haven't turned it on yet, but when I do, you'll see what I mean. The lighting is very multicolored, and it just looks awesome. You've got the announcer down here. He talks in the beginning, and he says, like, welcome to the Symphony of Screams, and stuff like that. I think he's really cool looking. He looks really awesome. I like him a lot. I love how the whole band is just a bunch of cool creatures. A bunch of creatures that look like they're at a rock concert. You've got a Grim Reaper. You've got a bunch of skeletons. You've got a few Grim Reapers, actually. There's some zombies, and then there's a demon-type creature right there with the wings. Here is, of course, the... what's it called? I don't know why I'm forgetting names. The guy, the constructor. The conductor. Not constructor. The conductor. I don't know why I was forgetting the name. but the conductor, he's got his conductor thing in the air, and he looks like he's ready. Let me mention, all of these move, I think, except for the organ player and the announcer, but the rest of them move. The guy in the back moves to the music, the conductor moves. Very cool. I love how they added rats to it. Also, I love how the stage looks like it's made out of wood. Very cool. I love how there's rats just everywhere. It makes the place look extra creepy. I love the lights here, okay? Lemax usually has awesome lights, and usually the lights have something in front of them to cover them up, so they don't look like lights. But I love that since this is a stage, they made these actually look like stage lights, and they're actual lights. So it's not just there for look, it's an actual light, but the way that they covered it up is by making it look like actual stage lights, which I really like. You've got the Symphony of Screams little logo thing down there. It says Symphony of Screams, and then there's the skull, and then there's a bunch of like garland ribbon things with skulls and stuff. Now I'm going to flip this thing, and we're going to look at the rest of it. Try to turn it. We're going to look at the back now, because there's not really sides. The sides are pretty much, since this thing is rounded, the sides are pretty much also a part of the back, because it's curved. Here's the back. It looks like it's a dungeon, pretty much. It looks very cool. I love the stone, and I love all the cracks in it, and I love, there's the chains, the ball and chains I told you guys about. Looks really awesome. Detail is great on it. Love it. So without further ado, I'm about to actually turn this piece on, and we're going to look at it in better detail. And this is a sights and sound piece, so there's going to be a lot to see and a lot to look at once it's turned on, and so I'm very, very excited to turn this on. So don't go anywhere, because I am about to turn on the Symphony of Screams. So I just saw this activated for a split second, but not for much, so you guys will pretty much be seeing it at the same time as I am, because I didn't even hear the sound or anything. I mean, I've seen it in person before, but you'll be seeing my version the same time that I am, pretty much. Now, let me mention, I believe the speakers on this are some of the loudest speakers we've ever had on a Lemax Spooky Town piece, and the clearest speakers, too, because every time I see it in person, this is what I like to do when I see the Lemax Spooky Town pieces in person each year. I always like to turn up my personal favorite all the way, or nearly all the way, just so it's really loud throughout the store, just so I can hear it well, and, you know, just because it's my favorite. But, so when I turned this one up, when I was with Avery at her store, when I was at another store near her, and then when I was at my store, and pretty much every time that I turned this one up, you could hear it through the whole entire store, like it was literally the music playing over the speakers of the store. And I didn't even have it turned up all the way. So that is awesome, because these speakers are about to be so loud if this is working correctly. And it is going to be so good sounding. So I'm just going to flip this on real quick. We're just going to look at the lights before we turn on the sound. So, oh my goodness, that is insane. That is so cool. These lights are so cool. You guys can see the red lights, the eyes that I was talking about. You can see the stage lights are there. Oh, wow. They're changing colors. The lights got brighter once, I guess, the announcer stopped talking. The lights change a lot. They go in and out everywhere. They're all changing in the front here. They're going to the music, I would assume. And then in the back, you've got the lights changing. And they're all Halloween-y type colors, too. So there's not any, like, colors that don't correspond with Halloween. They're all Halloween colors, which is great. I love when the red light comes on. That looks so ominous and creepy. And then you've also got the flame lights, which I told you about. And I forgot, the lights at the top, the spikes, actually flicker in and out along with the flame lights. You've got all the flame lights flicker in and out, looking so cool. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to listen to it and demo it.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Symphony of Screams. Are you ready for an evening filled with frighteningly good music? Guaranteed to give you nightmares.
That is so cool. I am freaking out. Okay, that's also probably the longest activation I've ever heard in a Lemax Spooky Town building too. Let me just say, there is a strobe light on this piece. We have not gotten strobe lights. Okay, so strobe lights usually represent thunder on Lemax Spooky Town pieces, and we have not gotten strobe lights on a piece for a few years now because they stopped that for some reason. Maybe people just didn't like it because it kind of was distracting or something like that. Maybe people just didn't like it for that. I personally always loved the strobe lights. I think they looked very awesome. So I'm kind of sad that they stopped that. But this one actually has strobe lights. And I don't know if you could notice it too well in the video, but I saw some flickering lights, and I was like, what is that? So I kind of leaned my head down and looked up, and there are strobe lights at the very top, and they flicker every now and then, not constantly, which I think is really cool. They really add to it, and I think they did it in this piece because it definitely adds to the symphony or concert type vibe, and it makes it seem more like it's an actual concert or symphony or whatever. This piece is amazing. I'm going to demo the sound again, just because I want to hear it again, and also so you guys can hear it again, because it is so good. So I'm going to demo it again, but this time, I'm doing this in the dark, because that will be even better. Oh my goodness, that looks crazy. Alright, so let me turn this off and we're going to demo this again, and then I'll give my review on it, and then I will end this review. But first, let's do this one more time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Symphony of Screams. Are you ready for an evening filled with frighteningly good music? Guaranteed to give you nightmares.
So there you go. This piece is so amazing. I've got to give it a 5 out of 5. I'm giving everything a 5 out of 5 lately, but I mean, that's because I love everything I buy. If I didn't like it, then I wouldn't buy it. But anyways, this is really cool. I love it so much. It is so amazing. I need to take a thumbnail right now. Red lights, no. I think I'll do it with blue lights. Let's find out. What looks better? Red lights look awesome, but it's already changed. That looks best. There we go. Thumbnail. This is amazing. It is an outstanding piece, for sure. It might even become my favorite Lemax Spooky Town piece of all time. Because this is so cool. It is so mind-blowing. It is so good. It literally looks like I'm watching an actual concert right now. It is so amazing. I just love everything about it. So 5 out of 5 claw marks. I hope you all enjoyed this Wolfman review. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.
Hey, come back. You don't play fair and you're making me angry. But maybe if you subscribe to Jaden's videos and join the werewolf army, I'll let you live another day. But it's not guaranteed.